Yeah, Buckeyes.
All right, so we've got maybe our toughest challenge of the year.
Yeah.
This coming week,
Yep.
Saturday. All right, Wisconsin. There's some division here, I guess. Some optimism versus some pessimism. So Dale, I want you to start us off with your opinion of this coming game against Wisconsin.
I'm just going to call it reality. I'm going to give you a dose of reality.
Have you ever been badgered?
Because that's probably what's going to happen. First thing that I want to look at is what happened last year when we played Wisconsin, and we lost 31-18, and that was with our bowl-worthy caliber team, with our Angel Jim Tressel team out there, and we still lost to these guys. And they were amazing last year. They were the favorite to win the Big Ten this year. Freak game last week against Michigan State. A Hail Mary game to lose on is a freak occurrence. So they slipped a little bit there. I think they're down to 15th now overall, but they're getting it done on both sides of the ball. They got Russell Wilson, who's their quarterback. He's top 5 Heisman talk right now. 16 touchdowns, only 3 picks, 1,800 yards. The guy's an animal. He had an off game last week, 2 picks, but definitely a big thing. And then you look at their running back, Monty Ball. This guy is leading all of college football with 19 touchdowns. That's 7 more touchdowns than the Buckeyes have scored all year. So
well, here's what I saw when they played. I watched that almost the entire MSU Wisconsin game, and I saw a team that started off really good, and the first maybe quarter and a half they were in control. They were ready to roll to an easy victory, and things came pretty smoothly and easily for them. But the last couple minutes of the second quarter, right before half, they unraveled. They had a safety, and then they had almost an immediate touchdown on the kickoff, right after the kickoff. They then gave up another score.
A blocked punt they took back?
Yeah, exactly. So it was like they were on autopilot all of a sudden.
Right.
So then they come out, they regather, refocus, come back out for the second half. And what happened? Michigan State dominated the entire second half. Now, I know...
Well, till the second half of the fourth quarter.
Right, and they did come back, and they staged a nice rally, which shows a lot of fight. And
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and Michigan's defense is tough, so to do that against a really good defense, that's not just nothing. But the point is, I saw a team offensively that got frustrated. And once they got frustrated, they just got sloppy. Mm-hmm. And once they got sloppy, they were completely ineffective. And I have a lot of faith in our defense. None in our offense, but I have a lot of faith in our defense. If they can frustrate them that same way, if they can keep them to maybe like 14 points or 17 points, maybe the defense can even score some points for us, put us in position to make a run at the end zone. So maybe if you want to look at it like we're not as good as them, but we at least are close enough that I think we have an opportunity to win this in the shoe and motivated. If they could take Wisconsin's
offense is not just some sham offense of a couple guys who have good weeks. They have 2 Heisman contenders at the most important positions in college football
right now,
and they can block.
Right now, a bad showing on Saturday, and they suddenly don't have 2 Heisman contenders.
We'll see what your prediction is.
All right.
My prediction is anti-Buckeye. Sorry to go against Browns and Bucks this weekend, but it's the reality dose. I got Wisconsin. I'll shave a touchdown off. I'll say Wisconsin 35, Ohio State 17. It's gonna be bad.
All right. Well, just to be fair, I'm going to throw my prediction out there, and also just to go right against you, Dale.
Go ahead, man.
I'm going 17-14 Bucks.
Good. I'd love to see it.
All right.
You guys are done?
Yeah, how you guys doing over there?
Yeah,
Talk some Buckeyes?
Yeah.
It's our own conversation here.
You want to start, Ramon?
I'm looking for a heavy dose of running. That's what I'm looking for. Not too much passing. I don't think on either side. I don't think... as Dale said, they're going to be passing too much on the Wisconsin side. I just look for big-time, heavy dose of running from both teams. With our star running back being in there, and even you got to look at this our quarterback is another running back as well, so he's got legs on him, and I don't think Wisconsin has faced somebody like that with the wheels to get away from that pass rush. So I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game, though. I don't think it's gonna be nothing ridiculous, like 40 something to 20. Or I think it's gonna be even. But I'm looking for the Bucks to pull off another win, another upset, just like we did the week before, and I think we're gonna take them down 24-21.
All right, I got a toasty on that.
So
What was it, 24-21?
Are you living in the fantasy world or reality?
Come to reality.
Who's the most optimistic person in this group?
That guy.
This is exactly what I think is going to happen. What did we do when we walked into Wisconsin last year? Heads held high. We thought we were the shit.
Yeah.
We were number ones in the nation. And we got obliterated.
And we actually had some
Obliterated.
talent on our team. We actually had
And
some
we had-
talent on that team, too.
And we did. Now, this is exactly what I think.
So explain to me now how you think after that statement that our team is
We have
somehow
nothing to
better
lose.
than they were
They
last
have nothing
year.
to lose. They got everything to
Except the game.
lose. Yeah, but they lose again. They're pretty much out of everything. You know? They're pretty much out of
I think you had your time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Love us. I really think that, Wisconsin's going to come in the horseshoe and say, with their heads held high and, we beat these guys last year with 42 to something last year.
31-18.
31-18 last year. And they pretty much walked all over us. The first drive of the whole game, you saw that the tables have turned. It's not going to be, I think our defense is going to hold us in. I think the run that we have with Heron back and Hyde, I think that's really going to take some toll on the defense of Wisconsin. And I think our defense will give Wisconsin a little headache, and them getting a little, discombobulated, if you want to say. I think, the guy got frustrated against Michigan State. You saw that. I think our defense is going to do the same thing. So I think it's going to be in the 20s. I'm going to say probably like 17-14 is my final prediction. The Bucks come out on top.
But yeah, so San Francisco's coming up this week, and Dale, you're absolutely right. They're going to have to learn how to put the ball in the air and actually bring it down. Let's just take a quick look at San Francisco. They've got a good record. I'm not really that impressed by it. The only team that they've beaten, I'd say, that's good is Detroit. Cincinnati's a decent team, and they beat them. But, I mean, they lost to Dallas. They beat Seattle. As we found out, that's not that big of a deal. They beat the Eagles, which should be a big deal, but this year it's just not a big deal. So they could be a really good team, but they may not be. So we've got some opportunity there. Alex Smith, he's not really lighting it up, but he's getting the job done. Frank Gore, everybody knows that when he's on, he's on.
He's their team.
So, I don't know. I think we've got some opportunity. So, what do you think, Dale?
I think we match up well against San Francisco on a defensive point. Their offense doesn't have a whole lot of home run threats aside from Frank Gore, and one thing that we do is stop the run well. So I'm excited to see our defense produce. I just don't think our offense is going to be able to do much against their defense. They're a little weak in the secondary, but.
So was Seattle.
So exactly. No better than Seattle was, who was either 30th or 31st in the league, and we couldn't muster up anything against them. But so it's gonna be a tough one. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, I think it's time. You said your piece, man. Put some numbers on
Throw
it.
it out there. I'm gonna give. We gotta go to the West Coast, man.
It's a trip, man. I'm telling you, it matters.
It does. I can't give us the win. I gotta give San Francisco the win. I'm going to say San Francisco 20, Cleveland 12. 4 field goals, all by Phil Dawson. I don't even think we're going to score.
All 60-yard field goals, maybe a 70-yard one. Just okay.
So 20-12.
All right. Brett, any chance?
Well, I don't know why everybody last week picked this to be a big game, the Seattle game. I mean, I said it was low scoring. I mean, I didn't say 21-17 or anything, but
Nobody here did, right?
no, of course not.
Nobody.
But I'm gonna pull out a Browns victory again. Be optimistic. It's not gonna be the high score. I think it's going to be like the Seattle game, especially if our defense shows up. I'm going to say 10-7 Browns.
10-7. Is this going to be a tough fight the whole way through, you thinking? Or are you thinking...
It's going to be like a fourth quarter touchdown. That's what I'm going to say.
All right. A fourth quarter touchdown, we're going to be leading.
We're still not going to score in the first quarter.
No, so that means we'd be down 7-3 and then come back and a touchdown at the end to win it.
Oh, right, gotcha. I caught up now. I'm with you.
Like the old school days.
Right.
10-7.
10-7. Are you optimistic, Ramon? You're usually the biggest homer here.
Got to stick with my team, and I think we're going to get the win. Like Dale said, he made a lot of points, but one thing I'm afraid of is us stopping the run. You know, Frank Gore's a beast. The last 3 games is 100 yards plus, and I know, we've faced some of the top running backs, but, man, he's one of the best. So look for him to be a big-time threat. And them use the play action a lot because, like Dale said also, they have a lot of weapons out there in the wide receiver. So I still have us winning. Low-scoring game. I think our defense is going to hold it down. I'm going with a Browns victory 17-10.
17-10?
17-10.
Right.
I think it's going to be nice too.
Are we getting 10 points in garbage time?
Nah, I think it's going to be. I think we're scoring in the beginning, but we'll slow down in the midpoint of the game like we always do, and then fourth quarter score again.
All right. Well, I think we're all looking at a low-scoring game, and I'm just going to join that crowd. I can't see us. I can't see us putting up really much of anything. If we couldn't do what we need to do to be well-functioning, productive offense against Seattle at home, we're not going to do it across the country in San Francisco against a team that's pumped because they're looking at this. This is their year.
Yeah.
They're on the top of it. They've got a chance to continue that with a team that, in their view, I'm sure is a much more inferior team than any that they played so far. So they're going to hit us at our weakest point, at our softest point, and that is the run defense. And they're going to have to do something to step up. They're going to have to do something to contain them. Otherwise, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly quick. I'm going to give San Francisco 24 points, which I know isn't low scoring, but I'm only giving us 6 points. So I don't think we're getting in the end zone at all, and it's going to be pretty ugly. Ugly.
That's cool.
We agree. No touchdowns.
Yeah. And I hate the fact that we're this far along in the season, and we don't have we have very little faith. All 4 of us, and maybe 2 of us, have no faith that they can get in the end zone for an entire game. It's sickening. It's disturbing. That's your purpose every time they step on the field, is to get down the field and get in the end zone, and it's just not happening.
It's those new rules that are changing the game.
Find them 10 G's.
And making it such a passer-friendly league because you can't blindside wide receivers anymore. So that's going to eliminate the fear of them getting hit like that because they know that they can't, without getting a flag. And it's making every DB or defender put one shred of doubt in their mind before he goes to make the hit. He has to stop before he's about to hit a guy and make sure he hits him properly.
Right.
And that takes out the killer instinct mentality of the game.
Really.
And they lose that. Do they lose that edge? That 1 second?
I don't think so.
2
Right.
seconds?
And this isn't a game that depends on split-second decision making and just reaction.
Right. And you have to second guess every hit you're about to put on a guy.
Yeah, I don't think so. These guys are professionals. They get paid big-time bucks. You can't lead with a shoulder.
Well, wait. So if you pay somebody an additional $1 million, they can suddenly think quicker?
No,
I mean,
it's not that.
Is that how it works, Brett? Thank you.
Come on,
So he gets an upgrade.
He
can afford the upgrade.
Yeah, but think about it. Put in your mentality. Look, you're gonna learn how to hit, or you're gonna lose your paycheck. Do the math.
But that's the thing, though. It's not like they have time to think. Wait, is this a good hit? Is this a bad hit? That guy probably led like that every play before that, and then he gets called on that one, and now for every play after this, for the rest of the game, he's going to have that split second of like, wait, am I doing it right or am I doing it wrong?